I hear a lot of folks say, well, he should have called in outside counsel to do this. And outside counsel, I mean, that sounds, without knowing the implications of it, a good idea. And I did think about that, but ultimately came down against it for several reasons. One, thinking about the potential disruption of operations for the district. So, under North Carolina public school law, the way it operates, if you have someone who is under investigation for something or another, you have an option at your disposal to suspend them with pay. And that option is generally used when leaving that person in the position they're in during the investigation would be either compromise the integrity of the investigation, meaning people wouldn't want to talk or people wouldn't be truthful, or it would prejudice, so to speak, the investigation of the person. So one of the things I thought about using outside counsel is, one, given the nature of the allegations, it'd be necessary to remove the target or the person being investigated from the scene. Much the same as if, the police are investigating a crime, you don't leave the potential defendant at the crime scene. Not that this is criminal, not that anything was criminal there. The second thing was, so removing that, suspending with pay, or it's called leave with pay in Dr. Morrison's contract, which, by the way, that procedure is the same at least all the way back to Eric Smith in terms of how you deal with, allegations for cause or allegations of misconduct. Taking a superintendent off the field, meaning no board meetings, no interactions on the school district's behalf, no presence at central office, would be substantially disruptive to district operations. Second thing is, what if nothing pans out? What if you don't find anything? Then what would the ability, what kind of ability would superintendent have to lead the district from that point? Because the suspension with pay, as you all know, is public under the North Carolina Public Records Act. It's public. And so I don't think that it would have gone unnoticed to have a person as public as our former superintendent was, just totally out of the public eye. And there would have been even less that you could have answered at that point. Third thing I thought about, you're bringing in outside counsel, and necessarily they're not part of the organization on a daily basis. So they're going to take it's going to take a certain amount of time for that attorney or those attorneys to get up to speed on how it works, how relationships work. And so that's time. And then doing the actual investigation, willingness of folks to be truthful one way or the other, or to talk. All of those things came into play in deciding, okay, should I look into this? Should I get an outside counsel?